Hey Pumpkin, Sommi's winners, Kai gas token. That's what we're going to look at today. You know to go to the results. You click on the results on my Twitter page. You go there. Kai or Chai gas token. I made 10.5x on BTC, 22x on USD. It's about 2,100%. Luckily, I sold around the top. Complete luck on that part. I'm going to show you what happened. How was I able to do that? This was very contextual. This bullet that I allocated here. This was obviously one bullet, and there was a reason behind it. See, Chai was a gas token. Ethereum was expensive to use, and it was getting more expensive. And there was a function that existed back then where you could do some cute nerd stuff, and basically you could get a coin and you could basically buy it now, and then you could burn it and you could pay no gas on the Ethereum transaction. I don't know all the mumbo jumbo, 4-dimensional maths, but it was used for gas efficiency. That's all I knew. So I thought people are going to go nuts on this. Why this was contextual is because it was actually a time bomb trade because there was a planned upgrade to make it useless. Vitalik said we don't want people burning coins to exploit how to use the gas system in Ethereum, and they actually did an upgrade to make this useless. But at the time, it wasn't. So you can't even look this up on TradingView anymore. We have to use cointrader.pro. You can see it's obviously gone to zero because it became useless. The update rendered it useless. So what happened? What are we looking at? Let's go. I want you to understand this was one bullet. Just one bullet. What is a bullet? On my Twitter, on my pinned post, I tell you what a bullet is. A bullet is, let's go. One bullet is 0.1% to 1% of your portfolio. Okay, so you can decide for yourself, 100 bullets or 1,000 bullets. You decide how many you want to split it into. For example, if someone had $10,000, you might say, okay, I've got $10,000. I got $10,000 portfolio, so each bullet equals, you might say $100. Okay, that's the option you have. Once you start thinking like this, then you can succeed like me. So I made 2,100% on this USD. I made how much? 10.5x on Bitcoin. So how did I do this? Well, firstly, it was risk management. I only put one bullet in. It was like, yeah, maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. But I knew I wasn't getting out on a 2x. We're going to the moon, baby, and that's it. And the context was Bitcoin had not broken the all-time high yet. So you gotta take yourself back to before any of this happened. Why is this going very, very, very laggy? Okay, so you gotta take it back here, man. Like, it was pain. You think everybody believed in me? No one believed in me. Everyone denied the prophecy. Everybody. No one knew this was coming. It looked like this. It looked like trash. Just going down and down and down. Let's look at down. Like, you were down, 80%. 90%. Oh, no. Down, down, down. See? See? It looked really bad, man. Who was to say this thing was ever going to go up? You don't know. You don't know. My first rule. In crypto, 60% is not cheap, buddy. 60 and 70% is not cheap. That's only the start of maybe it's cheap. Maybe it's going to continue the bull run. That's not cheap. Okay, 60%. Where would that have been? Right here. That's not cheap. My good sir, that is not cheap. Minus 70% is not cheap. That is the minus 70% here. So if you get in here, or you actually go to the low, you are down again, minus 80%. That's big, man. And you're not going to buy again here. You're seeing red candles. You think you're going to buy? No one's telling you to buy except me. I'm telling you to buy. You have 50,000 other people saying, you got scammed. Your exit liquidity. You're a doo-doo face. Mind you, this was October 2020. Let's go and observe the Bitcoin chart, what it was actually doing here. You think no one knew what was coming, friends? Only I knew what was coming. Because I believe. I believe in the prophecy. No one knew this was coming up here. No one. They said they did, but they didn't really believe it. Let's go October, November 20. We were just here, man. We were just here. So you might say, oh, but sommi, it was green candles. And I'll say, baby doll, firstly, sit down, put your pants on. Look what we had to go through. Firstly, everyone called this a big fat resistance level, this whole thing, okay? Secondly, everyone said this was also huge resistance, this area as well. So they go, oh no, Bitcoin's going to have like double resistance. And guess what? You know what everyone said? They go, oh no, Bitcoin closed something here, 16,000 to 17,000. They said this was the next big level. I'm not joking. And then they said, oh, and if we're lucky to ever touch there, then we have to battle 20,000. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. You see why no one knows what the hell they're talking about? No one. They're poopy faces. Listen to me. Follow me on Twitter and YouTube. Put me on the bell notifications. I'm giving this out for free. And I'm not going to be doing this forever. Because I'm going to run out of energy and time. And it's not efficient. I love the people. I love you all. I love helping. I love sharing. I want you to win. Put the gloves on. Step in the ring. We'll fight the big boss together. But you got to understand, you're not going to make it if you keep believing these other fake guru influencers, man. You're not gonna make it. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. I've seen their wallets. During this time, I'm thinking about Chi. They're influencers. They're just collecting USD. They're collecting USD. They go, yeah, the bull market's coming, yeah. They're collecting trading referral influencer links. They're doing pump and dumps. They're doing paid ICO trash on their channels. They're selling and grifting other products, selling indicators. They're doing all this other stuff. If you believe in crypto, you don't do that at all. Because you know where it's going. They didn't really believe. Okay? I believed. And that's why I had a bullet in Chai. So I had a bullet. I forgot exactly where I bought, you know. You can find it somewhere. I bought it somewhere here. Maybe I think maybe I put half a bullet in here, 80, and then half a bullet, 90%. I just left it. This is a 3-day chart, okay? And obviously, went to the top. If we do bottom to top, okay, that's a 13x. This is versus Bitcoin, so I know I didn't get that. So maybe that's around I got here. My average price is around here. So that makes sense. So I got a half a bullet here, half a bullet down at the lows. I just left it. Just left it. You're not watching it every day. It could have worked, might not have worked. But you're not going to make it if... you're just simply looking at what are you going to... like a 2x or 3x, right? You're not going to make it. So what can you do? We're looking at the context of Bitcoin and we're looking at this. I knew, okay, there's gas token. Maybe it's going to get used. Maybe there's going to be some flurry up. I'm imagining in my mind Bitcoin and Ethereum breaking the high. So let's go back. So you're looking at all this resistance. And you have to live this with me. And you know what I said to everyone? I said, you're all poopy heads. None of yous are wearing socks. You have no clothes on. You're all collecting USD fiat. You all talk about big targets in crypto. Crypto's growing. But none of them actually believed it, man. I believed it. I believed it. That's why they were taking profit straight away. You think they weren't taking profit? There's so many people taking profit here already. Oh, there's so many levels. Oh, there's just so many levels here. Oh, we've got to get out. And I'm just holding and holding. I don't care. I don't care. Right? That's how we can actually get to the sky high. All right, so let's actually match the dates. I'm going to go have a look at the dates. It actually peaked in February. So it peaked around here. I was not looking at Bitcoin or anything back then. So I'm looking through the lens now of how can we use a system, a strategy to take advantage of, say, the optimal times to exit and enter, what you can do. Because you're not going to get everything 100% right. But if you have some sort of like approach to it with a strategy, the toolbox is going to help us along the way. So let's bring back chicks. So you have Bitcoin pumping up here. That's all you see. Maybe see some red candles or whatever. As per my first sommi winners video from Alpha, you should know that if you really want to take control, at least put Heikin-Ashi candles. I love these candles. I love them. Let's go back. Okay, green, 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 green. So, Chi was still pumping here. And actually, I'm looking at it on another screen. Chi was already red by here. So you see how this game, friends, there is no perfect thing. So Chi had peaked and dropped. Let's bring the chart. See that box? Let's go back here. You see that box? Chi had already spiked up and dropped 75%. So I'm laughing. I'm sorry, there's no formula in this game, right? Just like how there is no formula when Mike Tyson's about to knock someone out. Okay? There's no formula when Messi is going to go onto the pitch and score some goals and 3 guys are trying to chase him down. There's no formula. The formula is just win. The formula is get into the zone, figure out a strategy on the spot, and have courage. That's what the formula is. We practice for this moment. We're practicing now. So, we're going to go back and look at Bitcoin. See, this is the game's not easy. You think it's easy? You think it was easy to make these? That's why I show these off. These are the best wins. Look at this. If you waited for Bitcoin to top out, you've already lost 80% of your money. 80% gone already here. And you're like, oh, but Bitcoin's still going up. No one cares. No one cares. There are no rules in this game. You're dealing with human emotions. People put money into a pool. People take money out of a pool. Okay? You're listening to me. Maybe you've heard me talk about other coins, communities that I like. So you're understanding the depth here. Look what I had to sit through. Look what I had to sit through. We're going to go through some juicy parts, all right? So, when did I get in? I got in here. I probably did half a bullet on 80% and half a bullet 90%, you know? Half a bullet and then half a bullet. I'm like, okay, that's it, I'm done. And I'm just leaving. I'm not even going to look at it. Next question. Why did I get in? I got in because I thought, well, Bitcoin and Ethereum are pumping, so I have this background macro floating upwards story, which is here. Bitcoin and Ethereum pumping. Here, Bitcoin green Heikin-Ashi candles. So you don't have much time to think about this. You can't wait this for 3 months or whatever. You just got to get them. You just got to get them. Right? And I knew if Ethereum's going up, gas fees are going to go higher. People want to burn the gas. 1 inch. You don't even need to get too cute with it. It's just everything's going up. You can say that. All right. So there was some sort of context to the story. What signals did I use to get in? Now you know. I've told you, right? My signal. Are you 80% down? You are? Okay. Maybe we can nibble. Are you 90% down? Maybe we can nibble. Look at this. Even hit minus 95% down. So you can get your little nibbles. You're not going to get close. You're not going to... Don't even bother with this little tiny part. Don't even worry about that. Because that's not important. Just like this green part, you don't know, man. It could have like doubled as well. Or it could have just stayed halved. You never know. Okay? That's why we're going to slowly work out how you can at least participate in this. So, next question. Was I scared? Did anything make me nervous? No. Why? There was a green macro backdrop. And what does that mean? You're listening. You go, what does that mean? Don't worry about interest rates. Don't worry about the Fed. Don't worry about printing. Don't worry about any of those. I don't care. Just look at this. I have a weekly chart of Bitcoin. Heikin-Ashis are green. The Heikin-Ashi candle is not like the Japanese candle. Okay? The Japanese candle shows you open, high, low, close, red, or green. Okay? A Heikin-Ashi candle shows you the average, right? Average of the open, the close, the high, and the low. And it gives you one price. What's the average of those? And you don't even really need to know the formula. You can just see that. You can see that the candles, when they're green, they tend to stay green. Because the average is moving up time and time again. And you don't know, man. You don't know. Is everything going to slow down? You know, you got a green candle. Is it going to be red? You don't know that. And you'll never know that. Don't even try. Don't even try to stress yourself about that. You don't know. As long as time is on your side, you're eventually going to win. So we had that macro backdrop. That's why I wasn't scared at all. Other people were. And don't let them convince you that they weren't. So many people were scared. Do you know how many telegrams I was in? I was trying to, this is when I was like fresh and new and innocent, right? I was trying to convince people to try to make money with me. I was trying and no one would listen to me. I was like, man, you just got to buy again, just do this and put a bit of money. Okay, what's your portfolio? All right, you got $20,000. Okay, so take 200, put it in this. If it drops down, here's our plan. We put another 200. I was going through all this with so many people. No one gave a shit. Literally not a single person cared. I had to learn the hard way about humans. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because most people just aren't cut out for it. Most people are actually, if we remove Heikin-Ashi candles, most people are just literally trading off, feeling off the monthly candle color. That is everyone's emotions. Okay? The monthly this is what it was like in September. The monthly candle color was red. That's it. Everyone's bearish. Okay? This one was green. It doesn't matter. One green candle's not enough. When does everyone start to get excited? Oh my God, we've hit 20,000. But you go look at my coins. By the time this is happening, you know, 2 green candles. This is when half the people start going in, playing momentum. The peanut brains who buy in the euphoria. So I'm a peanut brain who buys in depression. If you're a peanut brain and you buy in euphoria, they come after 3 monthly candles. So yeah, you can see, oh, you're like, oh, but sommi, it kept going up. Yeah, that's right. This is like the one time in 4 years you can buy after 3 green monthly candles and be and you're okay because just so much momentum was coming in. Look at the other times. Literally, look at the other times. There are people got bullish up here, like, oh, yeah, no, see what I mean? You can't. Look at this pain, right? 2 green monthly candles, woohoo! This red, it throws everyone off. I know the prices seem to be glowing higher, but people don't know that the big fat green candles are coming. So every time it stalls here, it completely ruins them. Completely. Look at this down here. Once you see big fat green monthly candles, that's it, they're done. These, you can't really count them. You know, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we got to get in. And then the red ones come. Do you see? Do you see now why? Look at these people just get trapped right here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes, we're bullish. Red. Oh, like, so many people screwed themselves up. So you now know. Don't even bother trying to convince anyone. You're listening to me because you're obviously not doing that. You want to learn. You want to improve yourself. I'm letting you know. I tried to help dozens and dozens and dozens of people. One-on-one. Voice messages. Friendship. Actual real friendship. Always let me down. Something always went wrong. Until I actually learn what's going on. They're fighting the candle colors. So, back to Chi. Chai. When did I exit and why? To be honest, I just saw some green candles and I was like, wow, I'm up 10x, I'm out. It's just a round number. I just had a feeling. So, I want to give you a more well thought out answer than that. Why did I have a good feeling? Okay, so it's not just that. I knew this was not a coin I could like ride home. It's so contextual. It's a car crash coin, right? Do you remember my video? Is this a coin related to a car crash, short-term attention, or is it a religious experience potential? Now, obviously, nobody's going to be a Chi token maxi because this thing's going to get phased out. Vitalik is literally putting in code to make this coin useless. So, if you are really down, right? So, if you're down like 80%, 90% around here, as soon as you hit that point, you have to know there is resistance near the top. Always. Why? Because you've made too much money buying there. That's why. That's how you have to think about it. So don't think about the absolute low. I don't like dealing with these, but you just, you get up here, you go, okay, if someone bought 80% and then 90%, let's say you've bought, your average price is down 85%. Okay, so you still go down 70%, but you're not watching it. You're just like, hey, sommi, I believe, and we're going to wait. You've bought at minus 85%, which is exactly this number. at these areas, man. By the way, this is the Chi Bitcoin chart, okay? So I'm letting you know, man, as soon as you hit the plus 300% mark on Bitcoin, like you're in the zone right now. You are literally zoning. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Because, you know, Bitcoin is an appreciating asset. If you can make 300%, which is a 4x on your Bitcoin, on your Ethereum, you have won. That's literally the winning target. That makes up for everything. Everything. You're making some sick gains at this point because that is going to compound to huge returns. Huge in the long run if you can do this. So that's why, right? So maybe I was tainted a bit because I got it maybe a bit of a better price because you don't know how low it's going to hit. You don't know, right? I don't want to tell you, oh yeah, just buy the low and sell the bottom. You don't know, man. That's why you can trust me because I'm telling you, like, yeah, you buy 85%. We're offside. We're actually here where this arrow is. We're here where that arrow is. That's your average price. And you're just sitting there. Okay. And look at that. At 300% is here. So this is a 3-day chart. And there was a burst up. And I remember on this burst up, just got out. So, you know, sometimes I do wonder if this burst up did not happen and we just stopped here, would I have held that all the way down? And maybe the answer is yes. Back then, yes, I would have held it down because I did not have a system. Now, I don't know if we can ever do this again. We don't know if rates are going to go zero or negative and there's going to be QE to that extent, which is going to flow into our crypto assets. We don't know that. So, you were to ask me, okay, what can you do next time? What can you do? Well, let's go to Heikin-Ashi candles. Let's go to Heikin-Ashi candles. Can we change them up here? Yes, we can. Whoa! All right, let's go. All right, Heikin-Ashi candles. Here we go. As I've mentioned, weekly on altcoins is too big. It's too big of a time frame. The volatility I've noticed is too much. It's better to do a 3-day, I've noticed. Don't rule it out. Maybe you want to use a weekly, but, you know, I just find it's better to do a 3-day. So, if you're watching this, what could you have done? You say, okay, Sommi said minus 80%. Yay, we're right here. All right, so you're right here. Now you have my friendship system. Do you buy this? If we were to go back, and we're going to replay every cycle from here for the now to the end of time, okay, we're going to move forward in time. You don't step in front of this train because you're going to need time. You're not going to get rich tomorrow. Even though this is this is actually just a few months, isn't that long, right? So you will now wait until you get a green 3-day turn. That doesn't mean it's turning the macro scene completely. It just means you are forced to wait and stalk it and be patient. And friendship is here. You know, I think I remember now. I think I remember buying here thinking it was going to turn. I think I was using Heikin-Ashi back then, yeah. And I was like, this looks like it's turning, right? But I didn't get stressed when this happens. Remember, friends, you got to be ready for anything. You got to be ready to get hit in the face and then hit back. All right? In crypto, you're going to get hit in the face, even when your hands are up. And then someone's going to hit you in the kidneys from behind. Someone's kicking you in the nuts. And if you're a lady, someone's going to step on your ovaries. You got to get prepared for that. And if you get angry at what people say on like Twitter and people get angry, you're not going to make it. Okay? You literally, this is the gruesome. And what do? You fight back. You fight back. So we got the first green candle here. What I like doing is I get euphoric when it keeps going down. And I like to say, oh my God, you know, because I have my system, I didn't buy at minus 80%. I got to buy at minus 93%. Woohoo! That's, by the way, that's a huge distance. All right, let's look at minus 80%. That distance is enormous. 65%. How juicy is that? So when you would have been minus 60, like you are where you would have been minus 65%, now you get to throw in that little bullet. So this is one of the conditions, right? So I was asked, you know, when did I exit? You know, when did I exit? When did I buy? What was I looking at? This is what I'll do. I'd put a 3-day Heikin-Ashi and I would just keep trying to get in on the turns. You don't go all in. You try to get in on the turns. So if you noticed here, you're like, oh, well, you know, it's so low, whatever. And then you're like, oh, it's going red again. And then it goes green again. Maybe you put the next bullet in, you just leave it. Right? But I'm telling you, make no mistake, this is not perfect. This was a nice rounded bottom and it went up and it mooned like that. We're not going to get that every time. What else could you have done on the exit? So on the exit, you're going to see this and go, oh, I would have sold here in the middle. See this red candle? No, man, look, I'm just telling you, in Heikin-Ashi, because you have the privilege of momentum direction, unfortunately, you're not going to get a good price when it turns. You're not. There are other methods to try and get the top, but you're guessing. You're literally full guessing. You gotta guess an order block. You gotta do an fib extension. It's too hard, man. It's honestly, don't even bother. You gotta stress yourself out. You're better off just waiting for a full candle color. I like traffic light systems. You know me, I like the colors. You got the hearts, right? Green for go, red for stop. It's so simple. You can't screw that up. So let's say I also do this system again. And by the way, I'm not even going to measure from here. I'm going to assume that, you got a bit unlucky. You got out here. You're going to get, see where my cursor is? The candle comes all the way back down there. I'm going to assume you had to sell there. And yeah, it's only 200% on your Bitcoin. But you know what? It's a winner. You won on your Bitcoin. You tripled Bitcoin on this little bullet. And you protected yourself for the future. And you fought back. You fought against the FUD. You believed. You look at yourself in the mirror and go, I did it, man. I did it. Well, there's going to be more of these. This is how I felt when I won this. I wasn't on Twitter. I don't know what other people were talking about. I had to figure all this out on my own. Now that I have Twitter, I'm basically super powered. I'm literally like, the level of knowledge and wisdom and what I see now in Alpha and Edge has like gone through the roof. The access of information I have, but it took 2 years to kind of build up and learn everyone on Twitter and stuff. So I was able to do this without Twitter, just to let you know. So don't think you need absolutely every tool. I've given you a big part of it. So yeah, I made 10x. If you follow this system, you only get a 3, but there are going to be times where you're going to take profit on this system. And there's coins that I have forgotten about on my winning list here. There's coins I've forgotten about. Maybe I only made like a 3x or a 2x because I held too long. And if you're using your system, maybe you would have got like a 7x. Do you see what I mean? They just didn't make it. You're not going to get my juicy giant wins, but you're going to come out ahead over time. This is at least you're using a system. You have a strategy, and many people aren't. Many people, I already know, man. Like, firstly, the fact that I'm telling you to buy on red candles, you're already going to win. If you actually follow this, I tell you, dude, you buy on the red candles. Don't be exit liquidity for these poopy heads buying on the green candles. That's when everyone else is buying. So, we've gone through. This is Chai. This is Sommi's winner. This is number 2. This was a contextual story around the ETH narrative. That's not even too important because those things are always going to change and rotate over time. The most important part was that you understood. I didn't believe in minus 60% being cheap, and I didn't believe minus 70%. I believe people in crypto are the weakest of weak hands ever, and people will sell just because it's red. So that's why I was able to get all the way down here. And that was very critical to me getting out. See, if you got in at minus 60, minus 70%, look at that, and then you exit on a system, man, you're only making 20%. It's not that much. And even if you sold near the top, plus 100%. Compare that to me. I made 10 times more than that. You see how important it is? You are now. That's why you follow me. That's why I love you all. This was Sommi's winner number 2. I can't wait for the rest of them. Until next time.